Hello there, Taurus, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria, and we are having a look at your money and career energies for November of 2024. So let's get right into it. So Taurus, we do have a full moon in your sign on the 15th of November. So something could be coming to fruition for you. Something could be coming to a close for you. You might be recognizing your value, your worth, what you want out of life, and there could be some resources coming your way that you need to build the life that you want. This can be money, it can be information, something along those lines. Whenever we do deal with a full moon in your sign, right, it is a culmination of events that started with the new moon in your sign earlier in the year. So look back 6 months. Where were you? What were you doing? What were your intentions? What new things were you started? So it's a great time to reflect and really recognize how far you've come. And it can also be a time when we recognize that, oh my goodness, I had this goal in mind, and I've been a little bit lazy, or I've kind of lost sight of what I truly wanted. And this can be where you get yourself back on track. So it can be very exciting. November, we've got 2 new moons. We are bookended for our month with the new moons. First off, on November 1st, we got a new moon in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio energy is deeply transformational. Endings, new beginnings, ruled by Pluto, who is also on the move. So this can be where you maybe really do recognize that in order to go in this direction, right, and to get what I want, I've got to stop doing this, or I've got to leave this situation behind, right? And so this can bring you some great transformation and abilities for change. At the end of the month, on the 30th, we've got a new moon in Sagittarius, which is very expansive, very adventurous, very big picture oriented, and very philosophical as well, right? So this can be about finding your truth, discovering what you really want. Of course, we got new beginnings, right? It's going to be travel and adventure. Some of you might be spending some money and going out and having a little bit of fun, right? Use your hard-earned money to do something interesting, because Sagittarius energy can bring in like big trips, right? And can certainly, be quite enjoyable in our energy. So the back of the deck for you, we've got the 8 of Swords. Where are you feeling trapped or restricted or stuck? Okay, on the 19th of November, very important for everyone collectively around the globe, but also for us personally, because we've got Pluto, who has finally finished its song and dance that it's been going through for the last year, and is finally settling down in the sign of Aquarius. And Pluto in Aquarius, it's about power to the people, power to yourself. Where have you been giving your power? Who has been controlling you? What has been controlling you? And the 8 of Swords says there's something here that is still restricting you. Is it fears? Is it doubt? Is it a lack of confidence? Is it a little voice inside your head that speaks those negative thoughts, right? Whatever it is, Pluto in Aquarius is about breaking free, breaking down patterns and cycles, and bringing in a potential for a better tomorrow. So it can be a hugely transformational energy. We need to be honest with ourselves, right? Pluto in Aquarius, for the collective around the globe, it's breaking free and breaking down structures and overlords and things that just aren't working out anymore, right? We'll see governments crumble. We'll see corporations restructure, things like that, right? We'll see corporate greed come to the forefront, all of this kind of stuff. And this can certainly have effect on all of our money and all of our finances, and hopefully at some point bring us more, right? Give us, more money back to the people. Okay, so this is that 8 of Swords restrictive energy, so we do need to be aware of that. We have planting seeds. Seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul. What seeds have you planted here, Taurus, right? Look back 6 months ago. What were your intentions? Were you working with the new moon energy? What projects were you started? Because this can be where something is coming to fruition for you, something that you are harvesting. However, because we do have 2 new moons in the month of November, you could also be planting those seeds, setting some intentions for manifesting opportunities, money, windfalls, resources into your life. So it's going to be a hugely transformative month for a lot of you, opening new doors for yourself, nurturing yourself and your goals and your dreams, and seeing something start to take shape, take form. We've got standing firm. I am noble, brave, and strong. Okay, really recognize your personal power. All right, so don't give it away. Eight of Swords. Don't let things hold you back, especially anything internal. Quite often the Eight of Swords, as well as the Nine of Swords, it's a self-imposed restriction. We're free. We can break free. We can get unstuck, or we can talk ourselves into something if we've talked ourselves out of something. We need to remember how strong and powerful we really are. And I think that some of you here, if you've been feeling powerless, you're going to get your mojo back. You're going to figure out your true sense of self, and you're going to stand in that personal power. So don't let anything stand in your way. All right. And this can certainly come about where you're getting an energetic boost from the universe to, stand up for yourself or other people, right? And it's just this big confidence boost as well. So no matter what's going on, no matter where you feel powerless, you do have a certain amount of power. You do have that inner strength to see something through or to navigate some changes. Your main energy coming in, we've got the Two of Swords here. So you might have some important decisions to make, but you could be a little bit confused. What do I want? Where do I want to go? What's working for me right now? What's not working for me right now? And with that Two of Swords energy, right, it's all about kind of going within, right? Listening to your intuition, or just finding a quiet place where you can just kind of mull something over a little bit. All right. Twos are about balance and harmony. So perhaps you're trying to figure out how to have more balance in your life, maybe especially if you're working multiple jobs, trying to put food on the table, that kind of thing. You're like, oh, there's got to be a better way. And so this is where we kind of go within a little bit and we figure that out. What's working, what isn't, what is my true potential? And so very important to find some decisions there. Now, the Two of Swords can also be where maybe you're a little bit closed off. All right. So sometimes we do need to kind of, close people off a little bit and go within. Because sometimes, this Eight of Swords, even though it's a self-imposed kind of restrictive energy, sometimes it's because of other people, right? So if someone is living rent-free in your head with voices of negativity, it's time to shut that out, Two of Swords. Okay, tell yourself a different story, rewrite your own script. All right. But sometimes we do need to remember that it's okay to open up. It's okay to ask for help, or it's okay to accept some advice. But we do need to recognize what is, someone else's limitations and what is actual good advice for us. Because sometimes, especially if people are imparting their restrictions on us, that's really just showing us their limitations and really isn't necessarily 100% relative or relevant, I should say, to you, right? So you might just need to kind of take a little bit of information or advice here and kind of leave some behind. So a little bit discerning in your energy, but there could be some doubts or confusion about something here. So go within and listen to your inner whispers of your soul. We've got the Two of Pentacles here as well. Now, the Two of Pentacles is your blessings for your month ahead. So if you're feeling out of alignment, you're going to find your balance. If you're feeling as though things are one-sided, you're going to find that equilibrium in your energy. So in your workplace, you're balancing your bank book, you're balancing your checkbook, you're balancing your household finances. You're, maybe even figuring out, where am I wasting money or resources or time? And you're going to get all that back into alignment for yourself. The Two of Pentacles can also be the blessing in being adaptable and flexible, right? So you're not necessarily, discernment, right, with the Two of Swords, right? So if someone gives you advice, you're not necessarily in a state where you're going to turn it all down. You're maybe going to be in a different mindset where you're going to listen, and then you're going to take what works and leave behind what doesn't, right? So sometimes we do need to do that. But being flexible and adaptable will help you to make change, navigate change, do something a little bit different, see something a little bit differently. So it's a gift. It's a blessing, right? It's wonderful, wonderful energy there. If you also feel as though, things are one-sided right now, that Two of Pentacles, right? I'm busy. I've got a lot on the go. My workload is a little bit too much, right? Because you could be in a situation, especially in your workplace, where you do work with other people, and maybe there's an imbalance of power, or there's an imbalance of workload. And so the blessing here is maybe to figure out, Two of Swords, how to have a conversation, right, about, dividing things up a little bit more equally there, right? So one person isn't the whole responsible person, and the other person is just skating by and living the easy life, right? So you might be needing to address that situation. But the Two of Pentacles can represent options. You're weighing up your options. So some of you may have some job options opening up for you. You might have some investment opportunities opening up for you. Whatever it happens to be, you're juggling your options there and trying to figure out what is the best choice for you. The Six of Cups here is probably the source of your Eight of Swords. The Six of Cups is in your challenge position, okay? So the Six of Cups isn't, it's typically a very sweet card, right? It can be where we get a sweet gesture, a gift, an act of kindness, right? We can also, in this energy, be enjoying our present moment and having fun, all right? It is also an energy of nostalgia, looking back into the past while being present in today and making plans for the future. But when the Six of Cups is in your challenge position, we can be stuck in an energy. We can be stuck in the past. We can be stuck in, a belief system where, again, someone is living in our heads. Those little voices in our heads that don't always come from us. They could come from other people, and often from the past. So, if, and considering the Six of Cups is often it represents children, right? We've got children on the card. Okay, is there something from your childhood that you have been carrying with you in regards to money or your career path? Did you want to do something with your life to, as a career, and you were told that's stupid, you'll never make money at that, right? And in the meantime, now you're maybe a little bit older and you're like, you know what, why can't I make money at that? I can certainly want to do something that I love, because when you do something you love, it doesn't feel like work, right? And eventually the money will come. So perhaps there's something here where you're wanting to reactivate an old dream, because that Six of Cups can be a return card. So you could have a second chance at doing something exciting, right? Trying to figure out, how do I get something started, right? Where do I go from here? But there could certainly be something from the past that is affecting your present moment, and it's representing a challenge for you. You might need to work through it. You might need to talk it out. You might need to hash it out, right? Because with that full moon in your sign mid-month, this is a time to put an end to something, whatever's not working for you, right? It's like, nope, we're drawing that line in the sand and we're saying no more, whether it's negative thoughts, whether it's bad habits, right? Whether it's giving your power away, right? All of this affects your money. All of this affects your career path, or how you deal with people or household finances, right? So, this can be, where you are really getting things back on track. But just be aware of the Six of Cups also, because, even though, we all have a past, we all have a present, and we're all headed into tomorrow, right? And sometimes what happens is we look upon the past, but we put on those rose-colored glasses. All right. So just remember that if you are, kind of dredging up old memories and things like that, or if you are in a reflective energy, as we quite often do get when we got a full moon in our sign, remember to take off those rose-colored glasses and see the truth, because sometimes we do kind of, we remember something, right? Recollections vary. And we remember something a little bit differently than what in reality really happened, or what in reality really was said. And we can either sugarcoat something that is really negative, or sometimes we can amplify something that was maybe, a little bit negative, but we've kind of blown it up a little bit, right? So just keep that in mind if you are in that reflective energy, okay? So something may be bothering you there. Six of Cups can also be some issues with your children. All right, or your inability to have fun. Okay, so you could have one of your kids maybe shows up from school one day with a permission slip or something like that, if they still do that, for a field trip, and you're like, oh my God, how am I going to come up with another $100, right? Well, maybe you need to ask somebody for help, or maybe you need to just make that decision, right? Is this a wise expenditure of my money at this time, right? Because chances are, if it's not, your child might not be the only one that doesn't get to go, right? Or maybe you do something a little different. If you can't afford to do something through the school, maybe you do something a little bit different on your own with your child, right? And that might be interesting there. But also, part of the challenge is having fun. Okay. Remember, all work and no play isn't good for anybody. And we do have real world serious things to deal with. And our money certainly does play into that. Okay. But just remember, we need to find some time for a little bit of fun. And that's your advice from Spirit there as well with the Page of Wands. Okay. The Page of Wands says, go out, try new things, have fun, embrace your adventurous side or your adventurous self. Not everything has to be so serious all the time. Okay. And not everything has to cost money. We can find ways to find free or almost free things to do. All right. But the Page of Wands says, trust in your ability to manifest your desires into fruition, manifest opportunities, open doors for you. You might need to take a creative approach at something, right? Take a new approach at an old issue, because that Page of Wands is filled with excitement and inspiration and creative energy. It certainly can represent also that there's some manifestations really working for you. And so we want to make sure that you are open to possibilities. Two of Pentacles, that's the energy that's really going to bless you throughout your month. All right. But we do need to remember that there is that Eight of Swords there. Okay. So we don't want to be embracing or nurturing that energy. We want to nurture the Page of Wands energy. I'm ready. I'm up for anything. Let's go and have fun. Let's do something spontaneous. I believe in the power to manifest opportunities and money and things into my life, right? If you are also considering going on a trip somewhere, the Page of Wands can really be here to say, if you can't afford a big expensive trip, okay, find a different way. Go on a shorter trip somewhere, or find a way to, have a little bit of a vacation or a break, right? That maybe won't break the bank, right? Sometimes we do just need to, be practical and be resourceful in our energies, right? So we've got obstacles and blocks are lifted. Beautiful. Okay. All of your good work, all of your good personal work and positive energy shift have outcome. Hold on. Let's just start that again. All your personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and move forward with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure your flow of abundance continues. Okay, this is the energy, the Page of Wands that we want to embrace. This is what we're getting rid of, that Eight of Swords. All right, let's see what your final message is here. Face your financial fears. When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Eight of Swords, okay? Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that, in fact, you have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts, okay? We leave all that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. So please do like, share, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. Drop a heart in the comments down below, a heart to back. We'll raise the vibration of the collective here. Let's make a little bit of magic. But I hope you guys have a wonderful month ahead, and I'll see you later. Bye.